What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Last night was lit as usual. Every single time that I have Charleston in town, and then sometimes I go and visit them in Dallas, and even off camera and all of that other type of stuff. Like, everything isn't recorded, right? Our interactions in Dallas is not always recorded. Our interactions here in Detroit is not always recorded, but in most instances, we wind up cooking up for the, content, for the podcast and stuff like that for the Anton Daniels channel. If you're not subscribed to the Anton Daniels channel, that link is in the description. Also, Don't Do Coke in the Bathroom is where all the archive videos and the clips is gonna go. And then tap into the Patreon for the full uncensored videos that we have, including the uncensored interviews that I got with Kwame, Lamar Odom, Brittany Renner, Charleston White, and way more to come. There's some very good interviews. I'm about to drop the Just Pearly things after I drop another Charleston White interview today. But shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, right? I want to give a shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson because somebody sent a video that he did of me yesterday, and he dropped it yesterday. And I'm gonna break that down in another video, but shout out to O'Shea. I want to give him his flowers because I've been talking to O'Shea a lot on the phone, and other content creators, right? It's a lot of people that I rock with. That's absolutely awesome, and I love them, and I think that they're doing some great work. They may do different work or different content than me, but they absolutely is adding value into what it is that we got on here, on YouTube and in content creation in general. But let me talk about not necessarily my relationship with Charleston White, because that's kind of sort of between me and him and Dewberry and a lot of other people that we rock with. I want to kind of talk more towards people's view of my relationship with Charleston. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's just me being a content creator in general, living my life like an open book. But the most important message and a lesson that I get out of this is I'm trying to understand, and I know that the overwhelming majority of people is always good vibes. I've never had a video that goes under 93, 94% likes versus dislikes. But then, sometimes people will send me a comment or I get a DM or something like that, because I try not to read the comments because I don't want to be influenced by what people are saying. I just want to be authentically me and cook up. There are people that can't wait for us to fall out. And I don't understand it, right? I don't view my relationship through the lens of other people. My experience is my experience with that person, and how it is that I move with them is going to be based off of how we connect, interact, and our dynamic. Aside from him, anybody that I've ever done business with, think about this. Anybody that I've ever done business with, I've never had a falling out with. I don't have beef with people that I do business with because I do good business, and that's one of the things that I'm gonna talk about later with you guys, because I'm gonna break that dynamic down. Or maybe I'll just save that for a Patreon exclusive video, because I want to deep dive into the details of how I go about doing business. So I can't share that type of information with the general public. I'll break that down in a Patreon video and an exclusive, and I'll give that to you guys in addition to the upcoming interview that I got with C, right? People even hate the fact that I call him C, or that we got nicknames, or he called me A and all of this, or he called me Twan and all of this other type of stuff, right? I think that people are so used to fallouts and beefs, and even when you look at popular culture such as rap and all of that type of stuff, people are used to the fallouts. They used to the Dame Dash Jay-Z's. They used to Puffy and the Rough Riders. They used to, Puffy and the Locks or whatever, right? They used to people doing bad business, or rappers in the past never getting they just due, or all of this other type of stuff. One thing that people cannot say about me is that, first of all, I don't do good business. There is not a person in this world, not a former employee, contractor, or a person that I partner with to do any kind of deal or business that can say Anton does not do good business. I do better than good business. I am an example of how it is that we're supposed to celebrate, uplift, and then rock out with people that you are doing business with, and then more importantly, how it is that you're supposed to move in Black culture. But again, I'm gonna do that in a completely separate, different video, right? Why do people want people to clash? Why is that something that people are looking forward to? Why is that, oh, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for y'all to go against each other and all that other type of stuff. It's not gonna happen. It just doesn't happen. And the reason why it's not gonna happen is because I don't do slimy things. He does not do slimy things. And as an example of that, you can see that Dewberry has been rocking out with Charleston for a long time. Me and Dewberry is just as cool as me and C, right? And then there's other people in our circle that y'all not even familiar with, right? I don't mind not even sharing, even giving the spotlight, because he's the star in my eyes, right? When Kev was around and Kev would kick it, and it's funny because me and Kev had so many different conversations, similar to me and Charleston off camera, in which we always had each other's best interests at heart. When Kev and I would have a conversation, or even when he would come on certain platforms or things like that, or whatever, so on and so forth, I've always ceded the spotlight to him because he was the star. He was Michael Jordan. I'm more than welcome to play Pippen without any of the snake stuff that Pippen did afterwards. You know what I'm saying? After they got 6 rings together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I'm always going to celebrate Kev. Me and Kev never, think about it, even though other content creators so-called fell out with Kev and had problems and they was going back and forth and beef and stuff like that, you've never ever heard me say that me and Kev ever fell out, that we've ever had an argument or nothing like that. You've never ever heard me sully his name while he was alive or after he's gone. And it's because I'm a loyal person to the people that I rock out with. You've never heard me say anything negative about the people that I in real life kick it with in real life, met up with real life, done business with in real life, went out to a restaurant with in real life. You've never heard me sully any friend's name that I've ever interacted with, and I just don't have that problem. And so at some point you have to ask yourself, is it the way that we culturally do business? Is it the way that we view friendship? Because again, I've always said this, that Black culture is trash as far as the things that we celebrate the most. And the reason why I'm shouting out O'Shea Duke Jackson is because he highlighted the good things that we do about business within the community. There's a lot of people that do good business that just don't get the spotlight. And that's why O'Shea is so important in this space, because hate him or love him, he's objective and he gives his authentic views, both good and bad, as far as how the things that he's paying attention to and highlighting. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I don't get why people are waiting for and rooting for the demise of a friendship or the demise of a good relationship, and how it is that we're supposed to go out and do things. It baffles me. It genuinely baffles me that people want to see other people beef because it's more entertaining than actually cooking up together and doing great things. It's not gonna happen, man. We don't move like that. We move differently. We focused on building and getting money together. It ain't no snake or slimy stuff within us. Ain't no backbiting, ain't no talking behind each other's back, ain't none of that. And so as a result, when you remove all of the BS from your relationships and you only have each other's best interests at heart and treat each other great and you communicate effectively, you don't have the same things that y'all used to dealing with in the hood. You don't have the same thing that y'all used to dealing with when it comes to your friends and stuff like that, because you beef with your friends. I don't. We celebrate each other. We grown men. We passed that. Listen, that flew when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That don't fly as grown men. We grown. You know what I'm saying? And grown men make sure that we celebrate each other. We champion each other. We want each other to win, because me and you together are stronger than we are as individuals or apart. And so that's what we do. I can't speak for anybody else's relationships. I don't know how y'all do business or whatever like that. But for me and mine's, we going to continue to cook up. We going to continue to do great things, and we going to continue to get this money. All right. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm able to do business with my friends because I actually want to see the people around me win, and vice versa. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap into the Alpha Juice Company. All of the discount codes is in the description. Also on top of that, make sure again you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I love you. I appreciate you. You can do good business with people and maintain a relationship. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.